Okay, so in this mini section, we are going to add transportation data. Okay, and that really helps once again give folks a sense of context. So instead of jumping online to the USGS site, which has great transportation data, let's jump right into our portal and go to the Living Atlas, and let's just type in transportation. Okay, right up at the top, we get a transportation layer. Now, this symbol, there's a lot of different symbols here. This is one, let's just say, this is good data, okay? It's data that has an attribute table. It's data that you can select and export into your own project. So these data sets with the pin on the yellow map are great. These data sets that just have the map there, they're just web-based, okay? They're not great, okay? So we'll go over a few of these in each lab. So for now, let's hold down our left mouse button and let's put our transportation layer on top of all of our boundaries. Okay, and it looks nice. All right, so let's open it up. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of data in here and it's at different scales, and that's why this is grayed out. If you ever add a layer and you can't see it on your map, the reason why is because you're not zoomed in enough. And if you've already set your zoom level, well, then that's probably not the data set for you, okay? Because it's saying this is super detailed. See how it says I don't know if that's like, it says 1 meter scale. So that is a super detailed data set. Okay, so let me get out of that select tool. I'm just gonna click explore. Okay, so even for the secondary roads, you have to zoom in. Watch what happens to this layer when I zoom out. See how it grays out? But then it jumps up to this one, okay, to provide you less detail. And this is really great because you don't need that much detail when you're zoomed out that far. Okay, so let's go over to our layout view because that's at the zoom level we want to work with. All right, so what we're going to want to do first is let's export our primary road. So if I turn these off, I can see these are the interstates that go east to west across the US, okay? So we're gonna right click on here and we're just gonna go to Data, Export Features. Okay, and when you don't have any features selected, you're just telling the software, I want to export everything. Okay, now since this layer is not in your geodatabase, but it's actually being streamed in from the web, we can name it the exact same thing. I just realized that in our last lesson. So let's just delete export features and hit OK. Okay, awesome. That didn't take too long. Now let's turn off transportation. Let's click on our road symbol. And again, they have some super cool ready-made symbols for us, and I like these. Let's choose highway, okay? And that's pretty beefy, all right? So, and I'm not crazy at all about that outline. So let's go to properties. Let's knock that down to 3 points. Make sure your auto apply is on, and then you'll be able to see it visualized over here. Okay, and then let's come to the layers. Okay, so you can have a stroke on top of a stroke. And we just want to get rid of that outer stroke for now, okay? And let's just bump that up to 3 because these are our interstates. Okay, so under layout, we can click on zoom extents, okay? And that's looking pretty good. All right, now we want to, so let's turn off primary roads here. And this is the one I think that's just too many. I wanted to pull this one out, and let me see if we can do that. Okay, so this, of course, is just too much. We're not making a transportation map. We just want to give a little bit of context, and this might even be enough, but just in case, let me show you what you can do sometimes with certain layers. So you can click on that fella. Okay, so we're dealing with secondary roads, interstates, and US highways. Click on that, go to properties. So if you zoom in past 1 million, and I was playing with it and I just put that there, you're probably going to have a different number. What it's saying here is if you zoom in closer than 1,100,000, the layer's going to turn off. And then if you zoom out past 4 million, it's also going to turn off. And let's see if this works. Might not have to make it too complicated. Show layer at all scales. Boom. Okay, so that was easy enough. All right, now let's right click here. And once again, go to Data, Export Features. Okay, and so we can simply put our I-beam in front of Export Features down there, backspace, and run it. So you can see just how I mean, you guys haven't used GIS for as long as I have, just because I'm a lot older. But you really used to have to hunt for this stuff on, excuse me, online and download it and unzip it. So this is a very cool, streamlined way to work with the software. Okay, Mr. Transportation, thank you. And we will see you again. So we're going to remove him. Let's hold down Control and hit S. We've done quite a bit of work here. And I actually like the way that these fellas are symbolized, and we may not use them. Now, we are not going to label these roads, okay? When we do label, I am going to provide you with an actual image that we can just put on our layout, because it's very hard to get the interstate shields exactly where you want them and all of that stuff. So let's hold down Shift, select these guys. We're going to group them. Okay, and let's name our group Transportation. And we're not gonna worry about railroads, okay? So transportation would go under boundaries, okay? And that's it. I'm gonna hit Control S again, and I will see you in the next mini section.